My guests are Janie Withers and Anita August. They are with Paws-Ability. I even like the name, Paws-Ability. Ladies, welcome to our show.
Thank you for having us.
We have another special guest with us. His name is Leo. Am I right?
This is Leo.
I have a lot of questions for you, but tell us first about Leo because I think he's the star of this show.
Well, Leo is a puppy mill survivor located in Brunswick County. He was born with no eyes. He lived a pretty miserable life in the puppy mill, and when he was found, was very sick, and Leo is still very sick. Leo suffers from congestive heart failure because he was never treated for heartworms, and he is beyond the stage of being treated now. But Leo will have a shortened life, but he has a very good life.
And he is loved.
He is loved, but Leo is a definite spokesperson, spokesdog for the puppy mill legislation issue and for responsible pet ownership and for spay, neuter, and for adopting our existing animals.
We're so glad that Leo's with us. Before we went on the air, I asked you a few questions that I think our audience will be interested in knowing. Tell us what Paws-Ability does.
Paws-Ability is not a rescue group.
Right.
We were formed in 2007 by a group of people in Ocean Isle Beach that wanted to do something to raise money for existing animal rescue groups.
So the idea is that there are sufficient facilities already to house the animals and take them in and care for them, and your mission is to raise money for those outfits. Am I on the mark?
That is correct. Every rescue group seems to struggle with the fundraising side, and funds are always needed. We have found that through unique, different, fun activities, we can raise money for the rescue community.
Anita, we know that there are so many stray and abandoned animals here in the county and elsewhere. Are we turning the corner? Have things improved in recent years?
Things have improved in recent years, and I'm happy to report that volunteers have gotten involved, as you probably know, with the county animal shelter.
Right.
And in addition, the rescue groups that Janie just talked about have become more and more active. People are willing to foster care for animals.
Right.
But the true answer to too many unwanted cats and dogs in our community is to spay and neuter the dogs and cats. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's the only solution in the long run.
Now, raising funds is a challenge for each and every nonprofit group here and everywhere. How do you raise your funds?
We raise funds in unique and different ways. No one wants to come to a fundraiser that's not fun.
Sure, fundraiser.
And on top of being fun, people like to see success, and they like to see what is done with the monies that they raise. They like to know that the monies that they raise and the monies they donate remain in their community. We try to take care of our own backyard first.
What are some examples of fun fundraisers?
We have done numerous fundraisers in our past.
I know of some of them.
Our upcoming is our largest, and Anita can tell you about our largest fundraiser of the year.
All right, Anita, tell us about it.
It's coming up in October, and it's the second Saturday in October, and it's called the Bicycle Poker Run. And it occurs over on Ocean Isle Beach Island. People sign up and ride their bicycles, and different sponsors on the island, about 11 sponsors have different sites set up, and people can walk or bicycle to these various sites.
Or golf carts.
And they can ride golf carts,
good.
yes, true. And at each site they visit, they get a poker card, and they can visit up to 5 to get a poker hand, or up to 11 and pull the best poker hand that they can. For children, they get points towards prizes.
You explained that so well, and I confess to you that for all these years I've wondered what a poker run is. I knew it was a fundraiser of some sort, but I think you've explained to me now that you stop and get a card at each one of these stops.
Sites, yes.
And hopefully you have a winning poker hand. Is that right?
At the end, you join the other riders and you submit your hand, and then prizes are given for the highest hand and the lowest hand. There are a lot of prizes for the children that participate. And then you join all the other riders for an after party and they'll have a complimentary dinner.
Okay,
And
good.
that was food donated by Fibber McGee's and Papa John's Pizza.
And our
Fantastic.
local bakeries all participate donating desserts for the event. We will have a DJ with music, prizes, contest, and a great silent auction.
We'll get the date and place on the screen again, but I think you said it's the second Saturday in
October. Yes.
And what time is it, and where does it begin?
Registration's at 1 o'clock.
Okay.
Registration begins at the tent beside the Coastal Museum on Ocean Isle Beach.
Sure.
On the corner. We do ask that you register in advance so we know the numbers of people attending. Registration can be done online or through a registration form if you don't do online. We will have information in the Beacon and the Stateport Pilot through ads prior to the event in both newspapers.
And actually, if you just head out to the island, you'll see the crowd. Because
Absolutely. You can't miss it. You
can't
go
miss
right
it.
by the tent.
Right, exactly. Janie, we know there's been a great deal of cooperation here in the county among your related groups, including the sheriff and the sheriff's office. Tell us more about that.
Absolutely. I think you find that in the rescue community that many groups operate separately and feel very alone. What you have found in the last 2 years in Brunswick County with the private sector and government working together, we have conquered a great deal of our problems. When rescue groups work together and share resources, they share product, they share the needs they have, the volunteers and the fosters, more happens and it happens faster.
You mentioned that even if one group is short on food and another is in need, there's cooperation.
One group gets
there.
puppy food in abundance one month, yet they have no puppies. Another group gets lots of puppies, and the food is passed to the group that has the puppies. And in the beginning, the group said to me, well, what happens if I need puppy food? I said, if you need puppy food, we'll get puppy food for you. But let's share, instead of storing, finding storage space for supplies you don't need, let's share. And what has happened in conjunction with the sharing is our spay-neuter clinic, our low-cost spay-neuter clinic that was opened, Fix a Friend, on Highway 17. That shares a resource. All rescue groups need low-cost spay and neuter.
Absolutely.
All the citizens need affordable spay and neuter for their pets. Every animal that is euthanized at our animal control facility costs taxpayers $140, and these are the numbers from our sheriff's office. That's in tax dollars. There are many ways in this county to use $140 than catching, housing, and killing an excess
Absolutely.
unwanted cat or dog.
Yeah. Janie and Anita and Leo, we thank each of you for being with us today and wish Paws-Ability great success in the future. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Thank you.